to this incredible event as together we celebrate the countdown to one of the biggest sporting moments in the world. The FIFA World Cup coming to Houston in 2026. This is more than a soccer tournament. It's a global celebration of unity, of culture, and the power of sports to bring people together. Estamos aquí para celebrar la pasión, la comunidad y el espíritu de Houston. Y estamos a solo un año de hacer historia aquí en la ciudad de Houston y el condado Jerez. Thank you to everyone who made this possible. Our public officials, our host committee, community leaders, sponsors, and most importantly, the fans who make Houston the vibrant, world-class city that it is. Gracias a todos los que hicieron esta posible. We are Houston, and we are 1 year out. Woo!
Somos México.
We are Mexico.
Mexico!
We are Canada.
Nous sommes Canada.
We are Canada.
We are the U.S.
The U.S.
The U.S.
Bonjour, Kanoya.
Welcome, everyone.
We nurture the game.
We dream big. We are dedicated to the game. Nous valorisons la diversité.
We embrace the future.
Honramos nuestras tradiciones.
Celebramos al fútbol.
We welcome the world.
The countdown is on. For us to unite as one.
Together.
Together.
Ensemble.
Together.
Juntos.
Somos 26.
26. We are 26.
Nous sommes 26.
We are 26.
26.
We are 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Cup Houston 2026 one-year celebration event. Please welcome to the stage RMC, Director, Fan Festival of FIFA World Cup 26 Houston Host City Committee, Patty Smith.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a day, what a city, what a moment. Welcome to Houston's 1 year out celebration for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're here today not just to mark the countdown to the biggest sporting event on the planet, but to recognize the power of what's possible when a city like Houston comes together. One community, 1 year out. This moment didn't happen by chance. It happened because of vision, passion, and relentless effort by a lot of people and a lot of partners, many of whom are in the room here this afternoon and will be recognized throughout the program. We would like to thank the Post for hosting us here at this beautiful location, which we are also proud to announce will be the host venue for the Volunteer Center for the official World Cup volunteer program. And of course, thank you to the people of Houston, the most diverse, dynamic, and welcoming city in the world. You are the heart of the story. You're the reason this World Cup will be unforgettable. Today, 1 year out, kicks off a celebration of legacy, community, and global unity. But it's also about something bigger. A message will carry all the way to kickoff in 2026 that it only takes one spark to light a movement, one game to inspire a generation, and one city to welcome the world. And so to start our journey towards 2026, let's take a look at the power of one.
Every generation has its icons. In Houston, some didn't just play the game, they defined it.
Carlos Correa, a swing and a drive to left.
They wore the number one, not just on their backs, but in how they carried this city. One city, one legacy.
So sharp on that deep pass today, it's almost scary.
And now, 1 year. In exactly 1 year, the world will look to Houston, not just as a host city, but as a heartbeat of the beautiful game. And tonight, we begin that countdown with the legends who remind us what one really means. The quarterback who led with poise, power, and precision. Houston Sports and Pro Football Hall of Famer, Warren Moon. The keeper who defends dreams on the world stage. From your Houston Dash, goalkeeper, Jane Campbell. Tonight, these number ones pass the torch to a city ready to shine. Because we are officially one. One city, one dream. Welcome to 1 year out Houston 2026.
Thank you. Well, as you can see, I'm still one because I'm by myself here this afternoon. Jane, because of the weather, got delayed with practice, so she's not going to be able to make it down here. You know, Houston traffic trying to come down 59 is impossible all the way from Richmond. But I'm sure she would say the same and feel the same way as me. What an honor to be here to be a part of this 1 year out celebration of the World Cup coming to Houston. You know, I think she would also say that the number one is something that we wear with a lot of pride and a lot of honor. I know when I chose to wear that number some 50 years ago, believe it or not, when I was 18 years old, I wore that number because to me it meant leadership, it meant accountability, it meant being the first on the field and the last one off the field. And it was also a constant reminder to my team that that's where we wanted to finish as a football team, number one all the time. And for me, it was where I wanted to finish as a quarterback, as being one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. So the number one has a lot of significance. And now, Houston, we are number one. 1 year from today, the biggest sporting event on the planet comes to our front yard. We've always believed in the power of one. One dream, one community, one moment to show the world who we are. Let's make this next year very unforgettable. Let's make history. Let's show the world the power of one, the power of Houston. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage FIFA World Cup 26 Houston Host Committee Chairman, John Arnold.
One more time, I've been feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody. What a great crowd. I was saying before that next time we host a 1 year out celebration, we're going to need a bigger room. So I'm here today as chairman of Houston's 2026 FIFA World Cup Host Committee. That's a mouthful, but it gets more and more exciting to say it every day. We're down to, instead of counting down by years, we're counting down by days. You know, I first fell in love with the World Cup back in the 1990 tournament, and I was watching it on Univision. You know, my parents wouldn't pony up to pay for cable, so I had to watch it in a language that I didn't understand, or at least there was one word I understood, and that was when Andres Cantor would scream, "Goal!" I won't do that. I'll save you from my rendition of it, but everybody knew that word. That was universal. But what really hooked me on the tournament was getting to see it in person in Dallas in 1994, and I went to see Nigeria beat Bulgaria 3-0 in Cotton Stadium. And it wasn't the marquee matchup. It wasn't Argentina versus Germany, but it didn't matter. It was just magical regardless. And that was the first time that the Cup's been held in the United States. And Houston, unfortunately, was not one of the 9 host cities at the time. Now, in the decades since, I've traveled tens of thousands of miles to watch soccer matches. I've been to every World Cup since that one in 1994, and they've each been magical in their own special way. Next time will be magical because I won't have to travel very far. 7 years ago, almost to this day, FIFA awarded the World Cup to the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And 3 years ago, almost to this day, they selected Houston as one of those host cities. Now, exactly 1 year from today, the first ball will be kicked. It's been a long and winding road to get from where we were in 2018 to where we are now in 2025, but I'm pleased to say that we have a very clear path to a smooth kickoff in Houston. And we've gotten to this point because of a collective effort that united Houston in this goal. This room is filled with many city and civic champions and business and community leaders that all came together to drive this effort. And I want to thank each and every one of them for that support and contribution to this process. I also want to recognize and thank Chris Canetti for your tireless effort and tremendous leadership. We would absolutely not be in this position without you, period. So thank you. I don't have to tell you that I'm a big soccer fan, but it wasn't that easy to be a soccer fan when I moved to Houston in 1995. If I wanted to see a big game in person, I'd have to go to another city or even another country. If I brought up soccer in a meeting or at dinner, I'd mostly get blank stares. But everything is different now in this city. Houston is not only one of the top destinations for major sporting events of all kinds, including Super Bowls, Final Fours, college football championships, and all-star games. These keep coming back to Houston because they know we'll put on a good show. But I no longer have to travel to another city or another country to see the world's greatest soccer players. The city now attracts the best players, the best teams here. The Dynamo started play in 2006. The Dash came in 2014. But also Houston has hosted United States versus Mexico and the men's national teams 4 times since 2000. Hosted Argentina versus US in 2016. The 2010 MLS All-Star Game against Manchester United. Barcelona versus Club America. Man City versus Man U. Bayern versus Real. This summer, the Gold Cup final will be in Houston. The U.S. women's national team has played here scores of times. And of course, in 1 year, we're going to have the greatest sporting event ever in Houston. Every time we've hosted one of these matches, the stadium's been full. The energy has been electric. The energy has spilled over into downtown, into the bars and restaurants. And that's why Houston was recently named one of the top 10 soccer cities in America. We've always known we had what it takes to be an incredible host. Now we're going to get a chance to show the world. Billions of people will be introduced to our city during the World Cup. Hundreds of thousands are going to come to Houston to stand shoulder to shoulder with us in NRG Stadium and at the Fan Fest in Edo. And they'll all see for themselves what makes Houston so special. And when the tournament is over, Houston will have even more to be proud of. The love of soccer will continue to grow with more fans, more opportunities to host matches, more recognition that we're one of the top soccer cities in the world. And we're going to rebuild dozens of soccer fields across the city to increase the opportunities for young people in low-income communities to play this beautiful game. Now, as chair of the host committee, I know we are ready. As a Houstonian, I couldn't be more excited about everything that is planned. And as a fan, I can't wait to hear Andres Cantor scream goal again, but this time from down the road in NRG Stadium. Thank you, and now I'm going to hand it to Chris Canetti.
What he said, everybody. I mean, that was outstanding, John. Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. We started this journey 6.5 years ago, and now we're just 1 year, 365 days from the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, when the first match will kick off in Mexico City. 1 year from now, 500,000 visitors from all over the world will find their way to Houston to attend matches, to participate in our Fan Fest, to eat in our restaurants, to visit our museums and parks, and to buy from our local business owners. 1 year from now, 190 million people per match and more than 1.3 billion people total will tune in to watch on TV and stream online the 7 matches that we're hosting. They will see one of the best venues in the world for a major sporting event in NRG Park, with one of the finest grass fields, every seat filled, operating safely, securely, efficiently, and effectively for our guests from across the globe. They'll tell their friends, they'll post online that Houston is a place they want to visit. 1 year from now, Houston will begin to see the economic benefits that come from hosting. $1.5 billion spent by visitors on accommodations, food, entertainment, and other local services, and the jobs and the opportunities that it creates for all Houstonians. If you asked almost anyone 10 years ago in the soccer community, in the media, and even many here in Houston, they would have said this wasn't possible. Houston was on the outside looking in when this all started. When discussions of hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. started back in 2019, the consensus was that Houston was not going to be a host city. We did this. We rose to the occasion. We came together to prove to FIFA and others that we're worthy of hosting 7 matches. We put Houston at the center of the soccer world for all to see and enjoy. This has been a journey. When the United States last hosted the FIFA World Cup in '94, like John said, Houston wasn't a host city. That tournament, to this date, is still the largest, most attended World Cup in history, and it's set in motion the incredible growth of soccer worldwide. Pretty soon, you're going to hear from Carlos Bocanegra, a 2-time World Cup performer, and he'll talk more about the growth of the game. But one of the most tangible outputs from that tournament was the launch of Major League Soccer, and eventually women's professional soccer. In 2006, the Houston Dynamo joined MLS here in Houston, and in 2014, the Houston Dash began playing. Over the past 2 decades, city leaders, business leaders, civic leaders, families, and fans of all types from all backgrounds have shown their love for the game and invested in its future. And now, without a doubt, Houston has established itself as one of the premier soccer cities in the nation. Players know it, fans know it, FIFA knows it, and before long, the whole world will know it. This has been a personal journey for me as well. I've worked in soccer for 25 years, starting in MLS in New York City back in 2000. I ended up in Houston to help launch and lead the Houston Dynamo, build Shell Energy Stadium, and create the Houston Dash. Across this time, I saw firsthand the passion and commitment in this city for the game. And nearly 7 years ago, I signed on to help bring the World Cup to Houston. I've seen the game grow on every level in Houston over my 20 years here, including as a soccer dad. My daughters both played in the youth ranks, and now one is playing D1 college soccer. From the beginning of the bid process to when Houston was picked as a host city in 2022, until today, we have worked to prepare for this moment. We have shown other cities what is possible when government leaders, business leaders, civic leaders, and fans all work together. And you know what? We are ready. Critical infrastructure is prepared. Thanks to the large collaborative efforts across the many agencies and groups throughout the city and county, all the critical safety and security preparations are being made. And thanks to the professionals at the Houston airports and Metro, our transportation systems are preparing to offer safe, clean, reliable movements for fans to get to and from events while still ensuring everyone else in the city who relies on public transit is served well. NRG Stadium is ready. The upgrades and improvements that are needed are being made or already finished thanks to the world-class management team in place at NRG Park. And we have a plan for an incredible 39-day Fan Fest. For those days during the tournament, approximately 500,000 fans will gather in East Downtown, and they will be treated to a unique viewing experience, global flavors in our concessions areas, VIP hospitality, youth soccer activations, and amazing local entertainment. In fact, we're hoping to see Houston legend Trey the Truth lighting up that Fan Fest stage, showing his love for the community just like he always does, including right here. Thank you for being here today. We also have exceptional plans to advance human rights and sustainability. They are inclusive and responsible. We have considered the impact that hosting will have on our communities and our residents, and we have welcomed participation and input from everyone. As America's city of the future, Houston places great emphasis on opportunity for all and the protection of both basic and expanded human rights. We're taking all the necessary steps so that the environmental impact, something we care a lot about here, is a positive one. And we are hoping to lead the way in changing how mega sporting events are hosted worldwide and lean into soccer's ability to unite people with different views, economic classes, and races. Put simply, we know what we're doing. Houston has hosted more major sporting events than any other city in North America since 2004, so we've got a track record of success in hosting these types of events. We're putting all of our experience and passion into this and seeing the results, and we still have 1 year to go. When I talk about how we've done all this work together, I truly mean it. From the very beginning, this has been a collaboration between city, community leaders, business and civic leaders, community members, and the soccer community. It wouldn't be possible to stage this kind of event if all of Houston wasn't putting in the work. And special thank you to John Arnold, who has been on the front edge of everything we are doing. And thank you to the Harris County Houston Sports Authority and the Sports Authority Foundation, led by its chairman, Juan Garcia, and CEO, Ryan Walsh. And to the board of directors for each of these organizations, and to our host committee board members and our incredible full-time staff of outstanding professionals. I want to give a nod to all the heads of agencies and teams across city government who bear so much of the responsibility for this going well and for coordinating so well with each other. Special thank you to the City of Houston, led by Mayor John Whitmire, Harris County, led by Judge Lena Hidalgo and Commissioners Briones, Ellis, Garcia, and Ramsey, Greater Houston Area Management Districts, the Houston Airports, Houston First, Metro, the Houston Dynamo and Dash, the Houston Texans and the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, NRG Park and the Harris County Sports and Convention Corps, the Houston Police and Fire Departments, the Harris County Sheriff's and Fire Marshal's offices, the Office of Emergency Management and Houston TransStar. There's a few people involved in this, folks, if you're getting the point. I'd also like to thank our sponsors and corporate community, which is very strong. Our roster includes Coke, Houston Methodist, NRG, Quanta, CenterPoint Energy, Cheniere Energy, Chevron, Citgo, Oxy, and Shell. By bringing together this caliber of companies so early in the process, we have set the standard. Thanks to their commitments, our team is able to focus on other details that are fundamental because we know the financial support we need is already in place. And to the people of Houston, those who are already passionate about soccer, and for those who will learn the excitement of the game in time, thank you for your enthusiasm for this tournament and for the possibilities it creates for our great city. So much of the focus right now is on ensuring the logistics of these 39 days and that they go smoothly. But the real opportunity, the far bigger reason we have been working so hard to be a host city is because of the tremendous impact it will have on our community. I mentioned earlier the $1.5 billion in economic activity that we are expecting. This is like hosting 7 Super Bowls in 20 days, 7 games, each of them being broadcast worldwide to over 1 billion viewers, plus all the social media, plus bringing visitors into town from across the globe. This is a significant opportunity for Houston. We know that the improvements to our transportation system, our infrastructure, even the ways that our local government agencies have been working together will benefit Houston long after the fans have left. But when we talk about legacy, we mean something bigger. The work that is going into preparing for this event will benefit the residents of Houston over time. The World Cup will make its mark on our communities. Our legacy plan sets in motion the creation of an everlasting youth soccer club for the underserved youth of Harris County, Houston. We're aiming to build and renovate soccer fields across Harris County so that more clean, safe, community-based places for kids to play are built. We're creating a path towards creating programming that will allow kids to play free club soccer so everyone has access to the beautiful game. We are 1 year away from the beginning of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We've already been working on this for years, and we are ready. We are the best when it comes to staging these kinds of events. This may be the biggest sporting event ever held, but for Houston, the city that powers the nation's energy, that helped put a man on the moon, this is, to put it simply, what we do. We have plans that ensure the impact of being a host city will extend to everyone, that we can grow the game, and we can deepen our ties across communities. And as we do all that, we're going to present Houston to the world, and they are going to love what they see. We wouldn't be here today without all of you. What we do in the next year and beyond will be the result of this group and all you do, putting in the effort, working well together, and continuing to dream big. We dared to dream big. We dreamed what Houston could be, a soccer city, and we made that dream happen. 1 year out, one moment in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Grammy-nominated artist Ashley Tamar Davis.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall. Yet through it all, this much remains. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. You're a winner for a lifetime. If you seize that one moment in time, make it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel, I will be
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Honorable City of Houston Mayor, John Whitmire.
Thank you. This is definitely one of those wow moments in your life. On behalf of 2.3 million Houstonians and millions more in our region, let me thank everyone that has made this moment possible. This is an exciting moment for our region, state of Texas, and yes, internationally we'll be recognized. On a personal note, I want everyone to realize what we're doing today. This is not just another event. This is a statement of who we are as a city. Let everyone remember where you were today and your experience today. Thank you to all of the host committee. John, I know it's a mission of love. I could go through the list. Chris, all the high-profile officials, my council members, Commissioners Court, Senator Ellis, Briones, state senators. So we can spend the rest of the day acknowledging those that have put in hours, resources. But let's not forget who's going to really make this a success. I see my labor officials. our housekeepers, our metro drivers. And yes, Metro has begun a direct shuttle. Should have been done years ago from Bush Airport down to the convention center. So let's remember our first responders, all the people that are going to really, really make this happen. And let me just also say, what a timely occasion for us to come together. When other large cities in America are suffering turmoil, we're coming together in the city of Houston to demonstrate what unity and diversity, collaboration looks like. I couldn't be more proud, and I know you share that pride with me. We're a peaceful community where we recognize differing views, respecting others. It's not happening in other large cities as we talk. So Reverend Clements, I could go on and on this afternoon and I could start preaching because I'm fired up about what we're doing here today. The clock has been started at the airport. Thank you to the airport system who will work long hours. So let's enjoy today, let's soak it in and realize how fortunate we are to live in the great city of Houston. Let's go to work. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Harris County Precinct 1 Commissioner Rodney Ellis.
Wow. I am so excited. On behalf of the 4.8 million people in Harris County, my colleague, Commissioner Briones, Judge Hidalgo, all of us, Mayor, it truly does take a village to have a World Cup, and this is a great village. If you want to know how big of a day this is, I met Chris Canetti when he came to Houston. I'd never seen him in a tie. John Arnold, and to your entire team, you have done a remarkable job. I'll tell you a secret. I have never been to a World Cup. I came close. I was in South Africa with Jesse Jackson, and the World Cup was coming. We had a little meeting with President Nelson Mandela. I said, can you get me some tickets? He said, go back to Texas. And now, can you imagine? FIFA is coming to Houston, Harris County, and we are excited. You have heard about all of the visitors that are going to come in, all of the money that's going to be paid, the fact that the eyes of the world will be on our city, our county, and that's important. But what really matters the most is the legacy that FIFA will leave behind. John, I'm so proud. You made reference to what you all are going to do to bring the game to inner city neighborhoods that would normally not get an opportunity. I'm so excited that we're going to do things to help our small, particularly our minority and women-owned businesses, so they are in the game and not just on the sidelines. So I'm excited. And in Houston, Harris County, we're going to show the rest of the world how to have the most inclusive World Cup in the history of the world. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Executive Director of Host Cities, Commercial and Strategic Management for FIFA World Cup 26, Aubrey Walton.
Wow, feel the energy in here. I love it. Just to start, I wanted to thank you, Chris, for everything that you've been able to do on the host committee side. Chairman Arnold, Mayor Whitmire, Commissioner Ellis, thank you for hosting us today. Good afternoon, everyone else. A pleasure to have you here with us and to celebrate this massive occasion with us. I'm honored and could not be more excited to be here today, to be a part of a major FIFA World Cup 26 milestone, the 1 year to go celebration. This celebration marks 365 days until the first match of the FIFA World Cup tournament, which knowingly, on one hand, gives me heartburn, and the more importantly side, the massive excitement. For a city renowned for its rich history, culture, and diversity, we are excited to put the spotlight on Houston for the world's biggest football party. It's the most watched sporting event in the world, a global celebration that brings people together from all different backgrounds, from every nation. And now Houston will be a part of that extraordinary story. Come June 2026, the eyes of millions will turn to your city. 7 matches, thousands of international visitors, and unforgettable moments will unfold at NRG Stadium, which will be transformed into a world-class venue ready to welcome fans from all around the world. When we partnered with the Houston Host Committee on hosting the World Cup, our common goal was to leverage this opportunity for the betterment of the community and to create a lasting impact that residents, children, and visitors can enjoy well into the future. The incredible support from the local government, the business community, and the people of Houston has been vital in making this happen. Your unwavering dedication and collaboration have shown us that Houston is not only eager, but ready to host an event of this magnitude. Today's celebration further showcases that the investment the host committee is making in this event is commendable and will ensure that the benefits of the World Cup are felt long after that final whistle. I applaud the host committee and all the community leaders who shared a grand vision of this project and have together helped make it a reality. This is what the FIFA World Cup is all about: unity and celebration. I'm proud to be here today, and we look forward to ongoing collaboration with the host committee and the wonderful leadership here in Houston. Let's go.
Hello there, H-Town. What a celebration down there in Houston. We wish we could have been there, but fear not, we'll be there just 1 year from now. Yep, just 1 year. 365 days until the 2026 FIFA World Cup begins. Prepare yourselves, because 1 year from today, Houston, Texas, you'll show everybody just why you got the name Clutch City, and it could not be more hard-earned. As Chris said earlier, I know Houston's ready. Your planning efforts took off like a rocket ship when Houston was announced as host city, and now you are reaching new heights at supersonic speed. All the major elements are in place. I've been to many of the host cities across this nation, and I'll be candid, I think Houston is going to win the World Cup. So much to share with the world in this moment. This beautiful city, a proud city, an intoxicating city where cultures collide. It's home to the best brisket, hands down, where the love for the beautiful game runs hotter, honestly, than a balmy August afternoon in Midtown. When the first game kicks off there is going to be so much excitement crackling all over the world about Houston, which will be known as the energy capital of the world, really for 2 reasons. Well, watch out, Houston. I'll be there too. May that be the worst part of your World Cup. Men in Blazers will be doing live shows and producing so many incredible stories on how the culture of football is thriving in your city over the next year and throughout that tournament to make sure that you win it. A bit like Neil Armstrong walking on the moon in 1969. Hosting this tournament will be one small step for the city of Houston, but one giant leap for the future of the game we love in this incredible nation, the United States of America. I want to wish you all strength and joy. Huge congratulations on everything you're building for the World Cup, for global football, and for all of the fans in Houston and around the world. You are 1 year out. It's incredible. You are also one incredible city, and you will be known that by the rest of the planet in a year's time, hosting one badass Houstonian celebration. And now, to take us to the next level, a gentleman who is one of the greatest captains the US men's national team has ever seen, the defender who made opposing strikers question their career choices, their life choices, if I'm being honest. Today, he's not just a football legend, but he's the embodiment of leadership, grit, and honestly, freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your vibranium shields, cue the Marvel theme. It's time for Captain America himself Mr. Carlos Bocanegra.
Not every day you get helped up by Captain Marvel. Give it up for Carlos Bocanegra. One more time. Well, you heard that you didn't come with your shield, but that was quite the introduction there from Rob. But we did a little deal this morning and got to know each other a little bit better. So we just want to spend a few minutes getting to know Carlos, a little fireside chat. You heard most of his accolades in there, but this guy captained the U.S. men's national team from 2007 to 2012. He's the two-time Defender of the Year, won a U.S. Open Cup winner, a two-time Gold Cup winner, played in 2 World Cups, both in 2006 and in 2010, and captained that 2010 team. And of course, now he's transitioned and has a top executive role with Atlanta United FC. So all the creds in the world. So happy to have you here with us today. But just talk a little bit about what you've seen from Houston today and what we're in for with the World Cup coming here to our city.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This has been an incredible event, so it's really cool to see. I live in Atlanta now, but coming to experience this in Houston, you can see how well the local governments, businesses, community work together and working towards one common goal. Again, coming from the outside, I've seen you guys host big events, the Super Bowl, the Final Fours, college football playoffs, et cetera, down the line, and they've been really highly regarded. So that's no surprise to me that you all are ready to host a big event. And now, seeing it firsthand and how you guys do things, it's really exciting. But a year out to the World Cup, everybody's excited. So happy to be here in Houston and help celebrate with you all, and looking forward to it.
As a captain, that armband carries a lot of weight. What does representing that crest mean to you, and how can we pass that pride on to the next generation through what we're doing here?
Yeah, it's something really special. You get a chance to represent your country. And, I go back to a moment in 2010 when we played in South Africa in the World Cup. We were able to win our group. We beat Algeria kind of on a walk-off homer type situation, a last-minute goal. And there was just celebration everywhere. And, a couple days later, we got to see those videos come out where everybody was throwing beer in the stands. And, we were kind of secluded off in a farm, so to speak, for security purposes down in the World Cup. And we didn't have great internet, but we started seeing these images and these videos of people around the country celebrating. And so you asked what it means to wear that armband or represent your country. We got to bring joy to the United States, and we got to make the country feel proud. And so every time we went out there, we tried to represent our country at the highest level, hold a high standard, and bring a little bit of joy, because it's sports, right? It's sports, but bring a little bit of joy and happiness to the people of the United States when we went out and performed well.
We talk. Good job, Rodney. And I know there's one South African in the room right there, former Houston Sabercat rugby player Frikkie de Beer. So you mentioned South Africa. There's one right there. 1994, we talked about this morning. You were probably 10 years old or so watching that World Cup. Then you played in 2. I know you've got to have a lot of great memories, but give us one of your greatest memories from a World Cup.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that World Cup. I was playing various sports at that time. I had a baseball game. I think I came in at halftime and watched that game. It was actually a half hour away from me at the Rose Bowl where I grew up. So that was kind of cool. But, just watching the World Cup, I'll talk a little bit more about when in 2006 when I was in Germany. We stayed in Hamburg, a city in the north, and that's where the World Cup was hosted. But, I've seen the Fan Fest spoken about here. You talk about 500,000 people coming into the town, billions more watching it on TV, and it's just such a cool experience where people from all around the world come together and soccer unites them, and that's just something you don't get in other sports, and it's a really special feeling. But we were walking around the streets of Hamburg, which our team hotel was in the city that time, and you had people from all different countries partying at the Fan Fest every day, and it didn't matter who was playing. They hey, you have a Japan jersey, you're Ecuador, you're Germany, US, come here, and they're all having a good time. And so it was just really cool to see, and that was something I'd never experienced before, and I'm glad I got to see that firsthand when I was with the tournament. It made it feel even more special that that many people love this game. They love the game of soccer, and so that's coming here to Houston and various other cities in 1 year.
We talked a little bit about this this morning, and you're talking about that hype and what we're building up to. How do we, as we're either looking at the next generation or even just for soccer in general, how do we keep that hype going after the World Cup is gone?
Well, I think it's going to be exciting, and I think we're going to see a lot of young kids hopefully become soccer fans and get real exposure to the game and hopefully fall in love with it. And I think that's something that's an output or leaves a lasting legacy, that you have generations to come that this was their first exposure to a World Cup. How lucky are these kids, by the way, right? And that's really cool. But not only that, you have maybe non-soccer fans get exposed, just your avid sports fan, they want to go watch the game. And so for us in this sport where it's not the #1 sport in our country, except for next summer it will be, but other than that, we're constantly fighting to, not get respect, but climb the ladder and be more popular in our country, where around the world it is by far the dominant sport, the #1 sport in the world. So I think a lot of other people getting exposure to it and seeing what it has to bring. Maybe more people are going out to watch the Dash and the Dynamo, and it just, you start to build little by little and continue to build the sport in our country.
You've seen the whole ecosystem of soccer grow throughout your career at a time when Americans playing internationally was maybe not as common as it is now. How proud are you of being a part of that growth?
It's been cool. It's a small part because there are very many people that did it. It's not only players, the administrators, the volunteers. It's just like an event like this coming together. There's so many people that have helped develop soccer in this game and invested time, effort, money. So it's been really cool to be a part of, and it has come a long way in the 20, 25 years that I was playing.
Who are you? Give us someone from the U.S. team that you're excited to watch play, some young up-and-coming players that we can keep our eyes on.
Yeah, I talked about that this morning. You got a center back, Miles Robinson. Hopefully he's healthy for the World Cup. He's a fantastic athlete. Was a basketball player all through high school and soccer. Went on to Syracuse University. Just a phenomenal athlete. And you probably could have played any sport he chose. You've got Jedi Robinson, the left back for the United States, is also a lot of fun. You guys will know Pulisic. Fantastic player, creative, goal getter. So I'm excited. We've got some work to do, but we've got to come together as a team over the next 12 months and put on a good show here while we're representing on home soil.
And I'd be remiss to let you go before I talk about the Fan Fest, because this morning when you saw the Fan Fest video, you're like, oh my gosh, ask me about that, because you were able to experience one in Germany. I'm sure ours looks way better than that one ever could think of being. But just talk about the excitement of having the Fan Fest and what you've seen from these beautiful renderings and our fabulous video.
Yeah, and did I see you were the director of that as well?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't realize that ahead of time, but that's what I was saying.
You're smart too.
They're really cool.
Good looking, and you're smart.
They're really cool because it just, again, it brings people together, and not only for the business. And I know Brian Ching's in the crowd somewhere, my friend that I played with, a Houston legend. He's got a bar that's in the district down there. But all the local businesses, the Fan Fest, just that whole area is going to lift it up and bring more people there and more awareness to it. But also you get to showcase your city, and it looks like you guys are going to have various different foods and cultural items there, which is really cool. So people will get to experience the greatness of Houston, and it's a great chance for Houston to showcase themselves to the world.
Awesome. Everybody give it up one more time for Carlos Bocanera. Thank you, Carlos, and thank you to everyone who joined us on stage this afternoon, and to each of you here in the room. Your support, passion, and energy are what makes moments like this possible. A special thank you to Gracie Chavez for providing today's music up behind us, and to Gracie and the Boom Bomb Collective for creating Houston's unique Sonic ID theme music for the World Cup, a really incredible gift to our city. We're also thrilled to be joined by Stephanie Leal, the talented artist behind the poster right over there. Her work was selected from more than 60 submissions by local artists. You can meet her over there, get your own poster. She'll even sign it for you. While we're on the subject of art, I know you guys have seen these giant painted soccer balls throughout the venue. It's part of our Art of Soccer initiative. All funds from this campaign will support the host committee's legacy efforts, including Grow the Game, which gives underserved youth in our community a chance to play. Before you head out, be sure to scan the QR code by the exit if you haven't already. That is your access to complimentary parking. We've got 1 hour left still, so enjoy the hors d'oeuvres over there, grab a drink, strike a pose at the photo booths in the back, and enjoy each other. And just Houston, we're 1 year out, and we are officially on the clock. Thank you.